Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Sports Dom coming back with another video, and this is my New York Guardians at DC Defenders post-game recap. Congratulations to the DC Defenders and their fans. They get back-to-back home games. They are 2-0 in the XFL East Division and sitting on top of that division with a 27-0 win over the New York Guardians. Matt McGloin was 8 of 18 for 44 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. That's not good. They pulled Matt McGloin in the fourth quarter, but it was too little too late. Marquise Williams come in, didn't do any better. I don't know why they traded for Luis Perez if they're not going to play him. That was a wasted trade. But anyways, the New York Guardians have to fix this. Matt McGloin threw 2 interceptions, one of which was a pick six. Kevin Gilbride, they need to fix this before they get to St. Louis to play the St. Louis Battlehawks. These fans have been waiting for professional football to come back to St. Louis since they lost the Rams, who moved back to Los Angeles and are now the Los Angeles Rams. The St. Louis Battlehawks home opener is next week against the New York Guardians. The New York Guardians need to play better. They need to get the offense going. They need to release Matt McGloin or trade him or do something, because 8 of 18 for 44 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions, one of which was a pick six. That can't happen. The defense, I don't know what happened to that stout defense that we saw last week, but today they didn't look like a defense. They didn't look like they wanted to play football in any way, shape, or form. The New York Guardians just look like an all-out dumpster fire. And they have some injuries. They lost a few guys, but that's no excuse. Matt McGloin didn't play well, and they need to shut him up at halftime. He said they needed to change the whole offensive play scheme, and that he's airing too much dirty laundry. It wasn't the team. It was mainly him. He's not a team player. He's got a shitty attitude, and they either need to release him or trade him or do something, because the New York Guardians, now they fall to 1-1, have to win in St. Louis, I think, in order to stay afloat in the XFL standings and the East Division. And the St. Louis Battlehawks, like I said, it's their home opener. They're going to want to win. They are at Houston today. Their first 2 games are on the road. New York won at home last week against the Tampa Bay Vipers 23-3. They look like a whole different team in DC. Last week they didn't allow a touchdown. They were the only team to not allow a touchdown, and that was against the Tampa Bay Vipers. But today in DC, they look like a whole different team. And Kevin Gilbride has to look at the game film, and they have to fix this, because the St. Louis Battlehawks could do what the DC Defenders did to them today if the New York Guardians go in there and play like they did today. So, like I said, congratulations to the DC Defenders and their fans. Cardale Jones couldn't make it in the NFL. He was with 2 NFL franchises. He was with the Buffalo Bills, who he was drafted by, and then got traded to the Los Angeles Chargers. Couldn't make it in the NFL. But like I said, they need to fix this. It was just, they couldn't even score nothing against the DC Defenders in Washington, D.C. Now they got to go to St. Louis I think that's next Sunday at 3 o'clock on ESPN. So I think they need a quarterback. They either need to trade for one or sign one from somewhere, either college or NFL, something. But Matt McGloin has to go. the New York Guardians need to do something. They need a QB change. They traded for Luis Perez, and I don't know why they're not playing him. He was a star in the AAF for a reason. The New York Guardians just made a trade for him in the XFL, and now he's the third string quarterback behind Marquise Williams, and I don't know why. Why would you trade for a guy you're just going to use as your third string quarterback? So, I don't know. Matt McGloin, I know it's only week 2, but with a performance like that, they cannot take any chances of him playing like that again. They need to either get rid of him or demote him to either second or third string QB, because this just they can't play like this in St. Louis. And then they come home to play the Los Angeles Wildcats at MetLife Stadium. I plan on going to one of the games. I don't know if it's going to be the Wildcats, the Roughnecks, the Battlehawks, or the rematch with the DC Defenders. But I want to go to one of them. And I don't know. I think I might like to go see the St. Louis Battlehawks, but I'm not sure yet. Because I kind of want to see the Roughnecks, the Wildcats, and the Defenders too. But I don't know. I will make the choice. But like I said, they got to fix it before they get to St. Louis next week. It was an all-out dumpster fire. Kevin Gilbride and G.A. Mangus, the offensive coordinator, need to sit down. They need to go over the game film, and they need to really practice and get ready for the St. Louis Battlehawks, because this was an atrocious. I mean, this was all-out atrocious. It was bad football, and it didn't look good. The New York Guardians fall to the DC Defenders in DC 27-0. The Guardians shut out for the first time in franchise history and for the first time this season. So comment in the comment section below on what you think of the New York Guardians getting shut out by the DC Defenders 27-0 in DC. And as always, if you like my videos, like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss a video. This is Sports Dom. Peace! And go Guardians. Let's have a better game in St. Louis against the Battlehawks.